Hello everyone, welcome to another quick revision capsule for UGC NET JRF Environmental Sciences and other relevant environmental sciences and engineering examinations. So today's topic is ecotoxicology, covering bioconcentration, bioconcentration factor, bioaccumulation, biomagnification, and their most important examples. So first here is bioconcentration. Bioconcentration is the accumulation of a chemical in or on an organism when the only source is water. The concentration inside the organism becomes higher than that in the surrounding water. Chemicals enter mainly through water exposure, including drinking, respiration through gills, or direct skin contact. Next is bioconcentration factor. Bioconcentration is measured using the bioconcentration factor or BCF. It is the ratio of concentration of a chemical in an organism to its concentration in water. A higher BCF indicates a greater tendency of a chemical to accumulate in aquatic organisms. Next is bioaccumulation. Now let's understand this. It is the gradual buildup of a chemical within a single organism over time. Chemicals enter through food, water, respiration, or direct contact. Bioaccumulation occurs in body tissues and does not necessarily increase across trophic levels. Next is biomagnification. Biomagnification is quietly different. Here, the concentration of a pollutant increases across successive trophic levels of a food chain. Persistent and lipophilic chemicals such as DDT move from plankton to fish and finally to top predators where their concentration becomes the highest. So here are some important examples include DDT, which is a persistent lipophilic pesticide as we discussed earlier that undergoes strong biomagnification. Next is methyl mercury, causes Minamata disease and both bioaccumulates and biomagnifies. Lead and cadmium are persistent heavy metals that bioaccumulate in aquatic organisms. Now zinc is an essential trace element but excessive exposure may bioaccumulate though biomagnification is generally limited. Now next is bioaccumulation versus biomagnification. Finally, remember the difference. Bioaccumulation occurs within a single organism and depends on uptake, metabolism, and elimination, while biomagnification occurs across successive trophic levels through feeding relationships and mainly involves persistent non-biodegradable pollutants. This distinction is one of the most frequently asked concepts in UGC NET and other competitive exams. So that's it for today's quick revision capsule. If this revision helped you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more high yield environmental sciences revision capsules. Keep learning, keep revising, and all the very best for your exams.